We're back.
Whoa.
It's been a long time.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
So the last time we filmed one was like 2 weeks before Mother's Day, but I didn't have the space on my computer and we were like arguing in the video.
It wasn't pretty.
But I think society needs this right now. And by society, I mean the 25 people who are probably going to watch this from our Facebook family. Thank you for being here. We got a lot of memes. I've got like 14.
14?
Yes. And they go in.
Capping it at 10.
They go in. Let's talk about what has transpired.
Send it.
It's Father's Day today.
Hey.
Did you feel loved?
Yes.
No, seriously.
Yes.
I feel none of my gifts are here. And I felt like for me, I just want to be left alone. So I just try to at least provide that to you.
Yeah, I was in the man cave all day. I think what took away was that there was a weather delay. So I was watching YouTube instead of sports.
Weather delay on the golf tournament?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope that you feel like I did something for you.
You did. I appreciate it.
Do you really feel like that?
No.
Okay, well. It is what it is, you know. When you already do 85% of the parenting, it's like. But anyway, you graduated school.
I did.
Congrats. I didn't celebrate you, just like I did not celebrate you today.
It's okay.
I was celebrating you in my heart. Just like, hopefully we can do something at the end of the summer with your family and your 3 friends.
I'm thinking a pool party at Patty's.
A pool party at somebody else's mom's house.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just over here. I've just been black this whole time and just like really before. What would it be? What would be the analogy or the allegory for being black? Before being black was in everybody's faces, I was dealing with a friend having told me that I was not black enough. So then I had to like reconcile all the parts of me that were insecure about being black. And it was just in time for having to be as black as possible and deal with racism on like a societal level, like on a macro level almost.
There you go.
And my memes are going to talk about that some, and hopefully we can have additional conversation and also touch on a little bit of your evolution here.
Okay.
Yeah, are you comfortable?
Nope.
But as a white person,
yeah,
you can be a leader. As a white person married to a black woman, you can be a leader.
Stay leading.
Stay leading.
So,
I'm ready to go. I'm afraid yours will pale in comparison. And honestly,
that's never happened before. What we got?
everybody, so far in quarantine, I've taught myself to meditate, bake my own bread, and read 15 books.
Nope. Seems it too true.
This is in here for Spencer.
Yeah, no. Drinking like a fish, eating like a pig.
If you weren't drinking, like, your body would be sick right now.
I'm not sure what you're saying.
If you weren't drinking, like...
Oh, I'd be ripped.
Yes.
Sick, and yeah, I would be. Because I worked my ass. I did work out a lot.
Yeah.
But I drank
A lot.
a lot.
Okay. What intelligent adults using basic elementary level reading and comprehension skills see? Black Lives Matter. What Ku Klux Karen, which is clever, and the Snowflake Gang sees? Only Black Lives Matter. So you have feelings about All Lives Matter.
I don't think. Okay.
You do, because you went in on your uncle/cousin.
Oh.
Yeah. But it just really makes me feel like people are saying shut up when they say all lives matter, because it's like people are saying I'm hurting, I'm suffering, and you're like, your suffering isn't any more important than anybody else's suffering who's not complaining. So stop complaining.
Yeah.
That's how it feels to me.
Yeah, I got breast cancer. What about colon cancer?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying breast cancer sucks.
And I think that people aren't realizing that, like, maybe some people are just so unaware that they don't realize that here's all lives, here's Black lives. So we're just trying to get Black lives up to the rest of the lives, and then all lives matter will be a true statement. But for right now, it's not a true statement. Moving on. This is funny. Honey, can you go see if the baby is sleeping? He goes, look. F white supremacy. Nah, babe, she's woke as she's woke AF.
That is one woke baby.
And it's also relevant to us because our son won't go to sleep because he transitioned to the toddler bed, which means we have lost all control.
We don't sleep. There is no sleep.
No, we be sleeping, just not like exactly when we want. And you stay asleep, so don't even you need to get interrupted.
First of all, false. Second of all, tell him how he's in the bed at this particular moment.
Okay, so Brooks was outside and got some bug bites, so he had a little Benadryl.
He was itchy, and
then I put him in the bed and we lay there and he kept getting up and I finally just gave up. So he came out of the room and it was still like 30 minutes plus maybe before he went to sleep. So
that's where we're at.
It's hard out here.
Tough in these streets.
It's a really hard time to be Black right now in this house. Okay. Something a little different. All you married people holding up okay? I haven't seen I'm so blessed or he's my everything in a while. I think I saw this one months ago. I just thought it was funny.
When it first kicked off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes along with like there's gonna be a huge uptick in either pregnancies or divorces, maybe both.
Yeah, I saw a headline today where Kelly Clarkson said that the quarantine was difficult because she's filed for divorce. She just been in the house with that dude.
I didn't know she was married.
Do you know anything about Kelly Clarkson? You know she had a TV show? She's got a TV show now.
Nope.
Well, since you've been gone, you missed a lot.
Well,
is that the last hit from her you remember?
Yeah, I remember people make fun of her because she got fat or something.
Yeah.
That's the last thing I remember.
Well,
is she fat anymore?
I don't know. I've seen a lot of pictures of my contemporaries and a lot of us are fat. And I can't even judge because I've gotten fat. You just can't see it in my face.
I mean, as long as you can sing, who cares?
Sure.
Like,
all the more.
I'm not listening to you, like,
as long as you're not like, since you've been gone.
Yeah, like, take a deep breath.
That's a good point. Okay. Operator, what's your emergency, woman? I'm having troubles in my life. Operator, have you tried posting an inspirational quote with the caption, this? And then making absolutely no effing changes in your life whatsoever?
That's good.
This is one of my pet peeves.
Oh, you don't like it?
No, because, I mean, just like make a full statement.
What if it's for real? What if this is the statement?
I'm sure sometimes it is. But every time I'm judging you. Unless we are personally having a conversation. Anyway, this is funny for a couple reasons. Little kids with picket signs, or I guess protest signs, Racism is bad. Don't you effers watch Sesame Street? So this is funny because, for me, because what was his name? Tucker Carlson, Chris Tucker. What's the white guy on the TV show? The news?
Tucker Carlson, the Fox News guy.
Okay. Say Chris Tucker. He was mad that they talked about racism on Sesame Street, and I did not consume any of that information because it was just nonsense to me. But I assume that he feels that this topic should not be tainting something that is so pure, such as Sesame Street, which I can understand. However, we gotta do something different, and probably teaching children from a young age that these things exist will help combat the ignorant messages they get from their parents who were not fortunate enough to watch Sesame Street.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. Tucker Carlson, Sesame Street, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, he was just going off because he was mad, but I didn't consume it, so I really can't say. I can't say he's anything because I didn't watch it because I didn't want to be pissed off. This is a lot, but I think it's worth it.
You gonna read it or do
I'm gonna read it.
Okay,
It says,
I can't see it.
Protesters say statue tripped, fell into water. Here, the comments. Statue had a troubled past. Some say statue had links to criminal gang theft. Statue moved suddenly and aggressively, protesters say. Statue was loitering after curfew. Statue refused to comply. Statue had pre-existing conditions that led to the fall. Statue took an aggressive stance and was assisted to the ground. And protesters investigate themselves and find no wrongdoing.
Well, if that statue had just followed the law, then he wouldn't be broken.
He would not be in the water as we speak.
We're good.
This is a desultory one. When you find a receipt from Chick-fil-A in the car, she boils you hot dogs for dinner. You rather eat. So I put this in here because I've had Chick-fil-A for breakfast a handful of times.
Handful meaning 5.
I mean, probably more than 5 times.
Oh, at least 5 that I found out about.
During the quarantine, and then sometimes sister will get home and see the bag in the trash and be like, oh, is that what we're doing? Or it's like that. But it's just like some place to go. But now that I can go more places and I feel like I have more freedom, I don't need to go to Chick-fil-A for breakfast. So I haven't been in a few weeks.
Maybe 2 weeks.
You don't be knowing. The U.S. has tried to get rid of COVID the way I try to get abs. I try really hard for a couple months, then I get annoyed that it's taking so long and decide abs aren't real. I would shorten that to 2 weeks because that's as long as I'm trying before I see results. If I don't see results, I give up. If I can make it to 2 weeks. Don't you think?
You personally, yes.
But at the same time, I feel like I get results very quickly.
Yes.
I can do like 4 workouts and not have results, so I think I'm justified in not wanting to stick to anything that long without results.
No, you're not. But
I am. The rest of y'all peasants
oh yeah.
better have a little bit more fortitude. Okay. Here's that meme. White people having a job as a current girlfriend. But they are tempted by posting racist stuff online. But I'm gonna take it another step. Saying and doing racist stuff on camera. Very tempting for a lot of people, and it's coming back to bite you. It's actually interesting, the psychology of doing these things online or on camera. You just have to, there's always the conversation about what's being said offline, off camera, you know?
Yeah. Sure.
Or I wonder if the camera, I don't know. I don't do things to sabotage my life as far as I know, so.
They act the same on camera as off.
Yeah.
And then there's people who think that those cops in Minneapolis acted the way they did on camera because they felt like, you gave them a platform.
I felt that they were being defiant.
Right, like if the cameras weren't there, they act like, I don't know, a human.
Yeah.
There's like,
This is what made me laugh when I was looking at it. White people, when you
white people when you explain racism. Damn, y'all was slaves?
It's just so funny to me. It made me kiki. Spencer said, he was like, what black things do you do? Was that my question or your question?
I was just...
He was trying to say, when I do stupid stuff, he attributes it to being a woman, which is a joke. And I was like, well, at least it's not because I'm black. And then he said, he started thinking about what black things I do. And he was like, I feel like something that you do that's specifically black is when you laugh and you like make that sound, which is called kikiing. And I kikied at this because I think a lot of people are like just have no concept that any of this really applies to anyone sitting here today.
Slavery, you're talking about.
Well, when they think about racism, they don't think that it can have an impact on me in 2020. So I feel that this meme captures that. But before 2020, do you feel like you really ever thought about the correlation or the impact slavery might have on someone that's in front of you today?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did.
How? Because
I don't think I blindly entered into a interracial relationship.
So you came home a few weeks ago and told me that you realized being colorblind was not the answer.
Yep.
So what got you to that point?
I was just thinking about all the stuff going on and how impactful it was for everyone, but for you in particular, and then trying to figure out where I fit into that.
Yeah. So what do you feel like is the problem with being colorblind?
So I feel like being colorblind is good to some extent. Like, you don't walk around
Being racist.
yeah, so that's good. But I realized it wasn't a spot for me to be because I'm married to you. So that's what got me thinking about it. And so,
But for people who are not married to a black woman,
okay.
what reason would you give for somebody to not choose to be colorblind and actually like see and acknowledge that a person is of a different race and background?
Because if you're colorblind, then you're not seeing the other side of the coin. Like, you're not stepping in their shoes.
Yeah.
You're not looking at it from their point of view. You're just like, hey, I have no prejudices, so I'm not doing bad. But you're also not seeing why people are in the streets and protesting.
Yeah. And it's good that you point that out, because I've seen some conversation about like from people who I don't believe are racist, but they're still not able to go mentally and see why, like understand why people are doing different things. And I think it's because they're not really taking into account like what the backstory is that precedes somebody going into the streets to protest and riot and loot. Although I don't like the rioting and looting, There are a lot of people who have a defense for it and feel like it is commensurate to the amount of anguish we feel as Black Americans. So if you are able to see color and acknowledge the things that we've gone through and acknowledge the context of us being in America, then it's easier to understand why people make the choices that they make. Thank you for being vulnerable, Spencer. So those were all my memes. Now you better come with it, because I feel like we went in.
I had to stay going hard in paint. So.
Okay.
All lives matter. So LGBT, immigrants, and Black Lives Matter? No, that's not what I said.
That's exactly what you said.
But the scene.
Exactly.
You know the scene from Django?
No, I don't.
I know you don't. But that's what makes it so funny.
Did we see Django together? Because I know I saw it with my friend Mary.
No, we did not. I didn't think you would watch it or made it through Django.
Yeah, I did. I don't be watching slave movies though.
We watched any. Laws that caused the mass incarceration of blacks and more police brutality. Voting for the guy who literally wrote those laws.
Who is that?
Biden.
What?
Get on my face. This is the
You
first
know
year
I don't
this.
be knowing. Yes.
Bruh. He's the guy.
Okay.
While Clinton was in office, he's the one who wrote the laws that allowed them to become militarized and all that stuff.
Crazy.
The tough on crime bill. Hit him with
This
the
is
Google.
too much.
Hit him with the Google search. Tough on crime.
Okay. Failures and not the kente cloth. Oh my gosh.
Got him. Nancy got it though. She stopped the leak.
Wow. That says so much. Because I'm not Republican or Democrat. I like to think that I'm a libertarian like Spencer. However, the one time I did a quiz, what was that? 4 years ago, my values skewed Democrat, but I don't identify with either party. However, I am learning. I've pretty much been checked out of all this because I have more important things to worry about, like who I am as an individual. But this year I'm like learning more about what these things mean. And as far as I know, like democratic, I don't even know how to say it, but people are saying like things don't get better when Democrats are in control.
I cannot speak because I'll be crushed.
Okay, but please project when you do speak.
Okay, I'm not gonna. The meme speaks for itself. All right.
Okay, but we didn't talk about the kente cloths. What did you think about it?
Crushed it.
I actually
Perfect photo
thought
op.
it looked great.
You thought it looked great?
I thought it looked great. I thought it was very silly and not good. But I thought it looked good. I thought they looked good.
She thought it was a good photograph.
Like no other context to it. Just
Yeah,
like a
it's super
picture.
cool to see white people wearing African cloth around their neck.
I thought it looked good. But I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
mean,
that was what they should have done.
Anything can look good. You got a good
I
photographer.
can appreciate stuff looking good. I'm not wrong for that.
Okay.
Okay. 2020 be like, welcome to Hotel Hell. Check-in time is now. Check-out time is never. It's like too real to like laugh at it.
I laughed, but it is very real.
It's too real.
I'm telling you. What's next? You
Don't. Here is a rare photo of a middle American male shedding his old skin while he prepares. Are those the Steph Currys?
No, close to it.
That's so funny.
That's good stuff.
If life were that simple, just Replace one old white New Balance leather shoe for another.
This Brie.
I feel, and you feel like it too,
Tell me what I feel.
you never want to order the same thing as me. But you don't ever eat off my plate.
I don't.
But I'm going to eat off your plate.
Right.
But that's why you really ordered a different thing than me.
Yeah, I don't think it serves anyone to everyone order the same thing. Especially if you're at a new place.
Well, I thought it was so that you could taste it.
No. But I don't actually get upset, but it is funny that plates come down. First thing she do, dig into his plate.
I wonder why that's a woman thing. Although my first boyfriend was Korean and they have a very like communal, family-oriented society. And I learned to share from him. He used to make fun of how much I did not share. And then I get in a relationship with you and you like make breakfast and don't even offer me any.
Yeah, don't look at it.
Anyway, Trump supporters. Oh, that's gross.
It's too true. Like,
It's too true to talk about on Love and Memes. No, say what you need to say.
all I'm saying is like, there's nothing he could do, say, and they wouldn't just somehow eat it up.
Find a way to defend it.
Yeah.
I feel like for anyone out here who doesn't know how to like be an adult, you can acknowledge the negative things about someone and still hold on to your positive things. So
You're
don't
telling
have
me
to
that
say,
multiple things can be true at the same time?
yeah, like more than two even.
What?
Yeah. So like
Damn.
Black lives can matter and
No.
also cops' lives can matter.
No. I don't
And
think
then
so.
like all the white people's lives can also still matter. And you can also not want people to burn down Wendy's. All that can like in your heart at the same time. I know.
That's just wild.
There are so many things that can all be true at once.
Are you sure?
Yeah, have you heard of the term mutually exclusive?
Never.
Okay, good, because it doesn't apply here.
Okay.
Like you don't, it's not like you believe this when you can't also. Next meme. Ain't Jemima. She is
Throw
not.
back.
She is not. So how do you feel
I thought I'd
about
get a kick out of it. You would like that.
I
Have you seen it?
I appreciate it.
Have you seen it before?
No.
Oh,
How do you feel about this? How do you feel about Aunt Jemima being removed? Well, I'm not going to ask you about that because you don't know any more about it than I know about her. But I feel
It tastes great. That's what I know.
I feel a little bit like sad to be losing this because for me, I grew up was like, oh, there's a black person on the box.
Yeah. Okay, so that was my first thing. So that's when remember the first when this came up, I asked you, I was like, so why is it because she
Yes.
looks like a slave or something?
Yeah, and that's what I told you based on a headline that I just simply read off of Facebook but did not read the actual article. But
So,
I mean,
so neither of us still know.
we don't know.
Okay, yeah, I still don't understand.
But apparently her family's upset. And I just feel like a
Your
little
mama's
hurt
family is?
in my heart. Yeah, because they feel like her legacy is erased. Like this is something that she was
this
proud
is
of in
being
her
taken
life.
away. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I thought. That's why I asked you. I was like, why are people upset? It's just a black woman on a box.
You know,
So what?
this is society. You can't, I'm not.
Okay.
You've heard of Elf on a Shelf. Now get ready for Toby in a Jeep.
Think about it. There's two ways you can go about it. Think hard. What kind of Jeep's he in?
Regular.
What's the theory?
That Toby is a Scranton Strangler.
Strangler and orangutan.
Okay. That's clever.
That is
clever.
And the other one is creeping a Jeep.
Creeping, okay. So Toby is the HR person from The Office, and there's a fan theory that he is the Scranton Strangler that was like a theme on the show.
Yeah, like a super off to the side part of the show.
Yeah, and he was a part of the jury.
You're saying the jury in?
Democrats, Republicans. The garbage, my garbage is better than your garbage, bro.
Literally the same thing.
So
everyone upset. I'm sorry, but
no. Is there gonna be a better time to talk about what you want to happen? Is there a meme that's better for that, or should we talk about it now?
What do you mean what I want to happen?
Your third party, your libertarian option.
I don't even want it to be a libertarian thing. I want it to be a third, fourth, and fifth party thing. I think.
Talk more about that. How much of the vote do they have to get to be a part of the debates? Another party.
It's like 5% in the general election or something like that. For the following one.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not even for. Obviously, I have my own beliefs, but I think America would benefit from a debate stage where there is 3, 4, 5 people on it, all debating at the same time. So that instead of the lesser evil, like which rapist do you want to defend, you get to pick someone who might actually
not be a rapist.
Yeah, not be a rapist or be close to like what you actually believe in.
Yeah.
Like if you get the Libertarian Party, the Green Party, the Constitutional Party, there's like lots of different ones that can be out there. If we could all just have other options. And there are other options.
You showed me a meme today about like everybody's like, this election's too important.
Yeah.
But it was saying like, it was a libertarian meme saying to vote independent, but people usually have the excuse of this election's too important. But it's like, every election is important, but so when is it the right time to try to affect change in the system by voting third party? It's hard though, because last time we voted third party, but I don't know. I don't want to be involved in the conversation, so I won't say anything more than that.
What? You're the one who just stirred it up.
I know, but I don't need to talk about Trump versus Biden. I'm not going to defend anyone.
I wasn't going to either.
But I don't want other people to like comment and make me talk about something that I truly don't have a conviction about. And I've already said too much.
Anyone who's convicted about either of those people has a problem. I'll say it.
His opinion. Her, how bad do you want the PS5? This one needs context. I don't know if like I need to put in the TikTok, but there's
you probably do.
Like this 22-year-old girl who's doing some sort of cheer dance thing.
She's older.
About her husband who is a Marine.
Yes.
But the thing about people in the military is they don't want, well, the cool ones like don't want to do with the military. So I have this shirt. I have a blog called Bride on Base, which I no longer post on because I'm very removed from being a military spouse. But on the front, it says Bride on Base. In the back, it says Army. And Spencer's like, if I knew you were getting that, I would have told you not to get it. So it's like that. So then she makes this whole TikTok with the dance and everything about him being a Marine. And he's just sitting here like this because he wants the PS5. Well, I don't know, but that would make sense as to why he let her do that.
It's so cringy. The whole thing is like,
But Spencer's like super not hua. And hua is a term for like somebody who's super army, just really into it as their identity. All right. What's the craziest thing you've ever done? This should have been before that one.
No, I didn't realize it was out of order.
You let your girlfriend make a TikTok. I guess it's his wife.
That's why, yeah.
And that's it. Good job.
Hoorah.
Good job back.
Hoorah. That's what she
Hoorah.
says.
Hoorah. Our child has awoken because we
Didn't
were
say
having
those
too
words.
much fun. So we're just gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Hopefully we'll be back before 3 months from now.
Probably not, because he doesn't sleep.
Yeah, you know, it's whatever. Just like pray for us in America in general. Thank you for watching. Please like the channel, subscribe, send us memes. Okay, bye.
Later.